the things that you use to make your glosses are not the things that you should be using in your kitchen. Hey you guys, it's your girl Leslie Sarai. Welcome to my channel. Here on my channel, we work on our inner beauty. We work towards an amazing lifestyle, as well as motivating those around us to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Because I am back with another mother-loving video. Hey y'all, what's up, what's good, what's poppin'? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're feeling blessed. Today I decided that I wanted to give all my baddies that want to start a lip gloss business, a lip gloss brand, the good old hot spicy sizzling tea. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is everything that I actually need to start this lip gloss business, Leslie? I'm stressing out. Like, I don't really know what to start, or I think I have everything that I need, but I need to be sure that I have everything that I need. Well, sis, relax, calm down. Calm down. I'm here to save the day. But before I get into this very hot, spicy, good, sugary, all right, maybe not sugary, because sugary tea is not good. Before I get into this tea, make sure you give your girl a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and let's just get right into it. So this is the confirmation that you've been waiting for all day, okay? What do you need? What do you need? Well, first and foremost, honey boo boo, you need to get yourself some good old Versagel, okay? So Versagel is basically gonna be the base of your lip gloss. Now it comes in many different sizes, so you can sit down and you can figure out what size is best for you. When I was experimenting, I started with the smallest size, somewhat similar to like this bottle right here, but I started with that to kind of experiment, because you're going to need to get stuff to just experiment before you start branding everything and selling everything. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Trial and error. You said hot tea, right? It's hot. So they have different sizes. When you're experimenting, you actually want to start with like the smallest size, and the smallest one is actually, I believe, 5 ounces. So it looks something similar to like this. Then from 5 ounces they have 15 ounces, and then from 15 ounces they have 3 or 3.5 pounds, and then I believe it goes up to 12 pounds, which is the one that I have here. This little jug that I have here, and then I believe the highest one is like 30 pounds. Your girl hasn't gotten there. That's a lot of Versagel. And if you're, I'm willing to make this mess for y'all. I don't want to talk over it. If you're wondering what Versagel looks like, it looks like this. So that's what the Versagel looks like. It's literally like a clear, glossy consistency. And do your research on the type of Versagel that you guys decide to get. So I get my stuff from TKB Trading, which is another like I guess you would say, in a sense, like a cosmetic vendor for cosmetics as well. But when I first started out, I'm trying to close this and make sure it's closed right. When I first started out, I actually got my Versagel from Amazon. However, I did get the same brand. I did get TKB, but you can also purchase that brand from Amazon. And then you would just like check the rates and stuff like that. But I honestly don't think it was that expensive. If I'm not mistaken, they'll probably start from like $15 or something like that. Maybe less, but that's the highest that I want to say, just to like just to be safe and not be misleading, even though that information might be misleading. But if anything, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to link all of those products in my description down below, so that you guys can just automatically go ahead and look for them on Amazon. If not, then I can also send you the TKB Trading website, and then you can kind of just go and look through there. The next thing that you would actually need in regards to making your lip gloss, which is very important, would be your oils. Okay, so you also want to go ahead and do your research in regards to what type of oils it is that you want to actually use for your gloss, and you also want to keep in mind what type of colored lip glosses you actually want to make, because certain oils tint your glosses. So for instance, if you're out here and you want to make like a clear lip gloss, you might want to be aware of the kind of oil that you want to use. A lot of people use coconut oil for clear lip glosses, but from experience, I've learned that using coconut oil as a base is not, I mean, other people might have different experiences, but from my personal experience, in the wintertime, baby, coconut oil gets cold, and I've had to wait for, well, not exactly, kind of like have mush coconut, like y'all have seen coconut oil like not in a fractured, not in like a liquid state, but like just coconut oil like in this like little mushy state. Like I've had my lip gloss turn into that when it's cold, and then you would have to wait for it to melt to actually like look like lip gloss. And then in the summertime it would like really get hot and it would be like really oily and liquidy, and I didn't really like that. So I upgraded and I started using almond oil instead as a base. I still add some coconut oil to my glosses, but it's not like, I don't go crazy with coconut oil on my lip glosses anymore. I've definitely switched it to almond oil. And then you can also have your olive oil, you can have castor oil, not the castor oil that goes in your head, but cosmetic castor oil. It looks like almond oil. It looks like this. Grapeseed oil is also another good oil that you can use, and of course you want to have your vitamin E oil as well. So go ahead and do the research on what oils you prefer, what oils you want to use, what type of properties it is that you want to have in your lip gloss, and get the oils that's going to best suit your business. Okay, now since we're on the topic of oils, you want to think about, do you want flavor or scents on your lip gloss? If so, what kind of flavoring oil do you want to have? I actually get my oils, my flavoring oils, from Get Suckered, and the brand looks like this. Okay, I actually use Get Suckered for my flavoring oils, but you can also use, hold on y'all, when I first started out and I was experimenting, I got my oils from Laura Ann oils, these little ones. I hope that y'all can see that. But I actually started out using Laura Ann oils, but as you can see, right, you get more for your money, and these smell wonderful. They smell great. And also, if you want like to add a little bit of taste, they also give you the option to purchase like sugar, which is basically oil, but it's like sugar that you can add to your scent to either make it smell better, make it taste better. The taste is questionable because I don't really taste it as much, but they give you that option. But you can also, these are actually really good as well, and the scent is really strong, and they're actually really good to use also. You can actually go ahead and get essential oils as well. So flavoring oil is also going to be something that you'll need to think about and consider and get if scent or taste is something that you want in regards to your lip gloss as well. And honestly, these the Get Suckered I got from the TKB Trading website, but the L'Oreal and a lot of these scents I got from Amazon. You do want to think about the next important thing, which is the color of your glosses. So you have two options here. You actually have the option of using a liquid pigment or mica powder. In my opinion, one is not better than the other. If I'm honestly being honest, it's really just up to your preference and what works best for you when you're creating the glosses that you're creating. So definitely get pigment or get mica powder. My pigment is from TKB Trading, but you can also find pigment on Amazon, and you can also find mica powder on Amazon, or just doing your research to see which websites suit you best to get the things from wherever it is that you might want to get them from. Okay, if you want to have more color, I would just advise you to use more oil, more pigment. That equals more color. I would just say experiment with both and see which ones you like best. One thing that I like to use is preservative. So I actually put preservative in my glosses because I know that it long lasting wear for one, and two, just avoiding any fungus or any bacteria or anything like that. So I put preservative in my products, but I will definitely say from experience, be careful how much preservative you use. Use a little bit of preservative and add more oil when you do, because sometimes it will give you that little bit tingling sensation. Some people might like it, some people might not. I actually test my products before I start filling them up to make sure that I like the consistency and to make sure that it actually feels good on my lip before I sell it to somebody else. Sometimes when you may use different things, and I always gonna say this, test your product each and every time you make it, no matter what, because you never know if by accident you might cross contaminate, or if it might make you feel a certain type of way, then you know that there's something wrong with that product, which leads me into sticks. Okay, so sometimes when I'm mixing and sometimes when I am testing out products, I'm not touching it, I'm not cross-contaminating with anything. So I will take a stick, see, I will literally take a stick, I will dab it, and then I will swatch it on my skin. That way I'm able to look at the color of the lip gloss, and I can also take it from my skin, put it on, and wear it and see like how it makes me feel and all that good stuff. So in regards to like mixing and in regards to testing products and also like mixing my pigments and stuff like that, I definitely get myself some sticks. The next thing that you're actually going to need is a syringe. So these are actually 60mm syringes, disposable syringe. It comes with the cover, it doesn't come with the needle. These are actually what you would use to put your lip gloss inside and then squeeze these out onto the gloss tube that you would use. Now they have packages of these where you can get I have actually a big old box where you can get a few of these for a very good price. And again, you can get a lot of these items that I have. Actually, majority of these items that I have purchased them from Amazon. I'm gonna be sure to link them down below, but definitely get yourself a syringe. Now with a syringe, you also want to get yourself a pipette. So with these pipettes, they actually help because when you're using your flavoring oil, you can actually use a pipette to pick up the oils and drop them into your gloss base and things like that. And when you're filling up the corners of your lip gloss tube, you're actually able to get that with this tip rather than getting it with a thicker tip. Between this tip and this tip, I hope you guys, you'll be able to fill it up better with this tip. Okay, so that's actually the purpose of the pipette. You get to use all of your product. Okay, and back when I first had started, I used to use paper bowls that I used to buy from like Dollar Tree or Family Dollar, and then I would be mixing and mixing and mixing and just constantly reusing paper bowls, which is not cost effective. So I ended up getting me a plastic bowl. But from experience, washing lip gloss out of a plastic bowl has been heck. okay? And two, it also stains the bowl. Y'all can kind of see how my bowl is a little bit stained, right? Yeah, I didn't really like that, especially like if I decided to make like a few batches of lip gloss or a few different colors in a day. I didn't really like the stain or just how messy it got washing a plastic bowl. So I upgraded to a glass bowl, and I honestly would recommend using a glass bowl because it is so much easier to wash. And I have used this, other than my fingerprints being on this, clearly I have used it, and as you can see, there's no stain. There's no stain. There's no stain. I love it. This, on the other hand, I wish y'all could really see. I feel like it also collects dust. Do you see that? Of course, you would wash it and dry it out before you use it, but from the two, comment down below which one you think is more sanitary, a glass bowl or a plastic one. I'm just saying, okay? So you definitely want to go ahead and get you some bowls. You can do the paper bowls. You can do a plastic bowl if that's your preference. Sometimes you just kind of have to start somewhere. Just make sure that you're washing it good, keeping a separate sponge for your lip gloss, because once you start washing this with the sponge that you wash your dishes with, you're not going to be able to wash your dishes with that sponge no more. So just have a separate sponge for your gloss. And then another thing, y'all, I just want to make this loud and clear. The things that you use to make your glosses are not the things that you should be using in your kitchen. So you're not going to catch me eating cereal with this, and this is not going to be in my, if you ever see this drying in my kitchen, it is not for use, okay? It's literally drying, and as soon as it's dry, I'm taking it out the kitchen because I cannot afford, this is not for food. This is not for food. Your grapes don't go here. Your cereal don't go here. None of that goes here. This is not your rice bowl. Like, no. It's not for food. As a matter of fact, I would have some place to keep all of my stuff separate, and I wouldn't even leave it in the kitchen. But I ended up getting this set, which I actually got from Walmart. And these, I actually used the spoon and the knife, but I use these as mixing tools, and I just use these specifically as mixing tools. And these are like, it seems plastic, but it's like a, I don't know, like it's like a really sturdy plastic, and when I wash it, it doesn't really give me that much trouble. So you can get plastic spoons from a box, or you can get like a whisk, or you can just get utensils specifically to mix your stuff. I would definitely recommend mixing with a spoon, but I've heard some people say fork and like different things like that. Your preference, okay? You want to make sure that you have the most important thing, your gloss tube or your squeeze tube or whatever it is that you're going to use to put your lip gloss inside, okay? It doesn't have to, you don't have to brand it in the beginning or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, but you do have to make sure that you have one or the other. Again, whatever it is, check out my latest video where I talk about vendors and where you might be able to get these. But if you're just starting out and you just want to test out things, you can also get these or some of these from Amazon as well, and I'll be able to link that down on the bottom. And along with your gloss tubes, they give you tops. They also give you these things that go on your lip gloss as well. This will go on the gloss tube, and then this would go on the squeeze tube. So they will separate that, and you will have those items. Now, in regards to having your gloss tubes, squeeze tubes, or wherever you're going to put your lip gloss, you want to get antibacterial soap, because before you use any of these things, and before you put anything and start filling up your tubes, you want to sanitize your lip gloss bottles. You want to sanitize everything. You want to sanitize the top. You want to sanitize the little things that go inside the bottle. Everything that comes with it, you want to sanitize it, and you want to use warm water and antibacterial soap, okay? Once you've sanitized your lip gloss tubes and you have all the things that you're going to need to make your lip gloss, you want to make sure that you have some hand sanitizer. You also want to make sure that you get yourself gloves. Do not touch anything. Do not start doing anything without your gloves. You also want to make sure that you get yourself some alcohol, because you want to be sure that you're sanitizing the area that you use. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can also get yourself some masks. Okay? When you're making all your products, you're not talking, laughing, spitting, or doing any of that on top of your work. You want to keep this as sanitary as possible. And that's pretty much the basics of what you would need to start your lip gloss business and to kind of just get yourself up and running. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to answer all of you guys' questions. Make sure you guys check out my description, because I'm gonna try to find, if not all, most of these items on Amazon, and I'm gonna link them in my description down below. And I'll also be sure to write down the TKB trading website so that you guys can actually go ahead and check that website out. If you like this video, if it was good, if it was very informative, give it a thumbs up. If you learned something, make sure you don't leave without subscribing. And God willing, I'll see you the next time. Peace. See ya.